Hello everybody, That's It for Life here, bringing you guys my Jurrac deck profile. This is my Jurrac deck that I was playing the other day in my playtesting Jurracs or testing Jurracs on Devpro video. I really do like this deck, and I kind of want to build it one day in real life, most likely a modified version. This build I built like a year ago and forgot about, to be completely honest. I did update it and everything for the video yesterday, and I like it a lot. I like Jurracs. I hope to get more support one day. I feel they really do benefit from some of the other dino support that's out there. There's a lot. So let's go ahead and get on with the deck profile, and I will explain some of my choices. So first and foremost, I am playing one Titano. He's kind of like the boss monster in the main deck. The true boss monster is this dude over here, but we'll get to him later. Titano, he's a beast. You summon him, he cannot be targeted by trap or monster effects, so your opponent cannot Fiendish Chain him, they cannot Effect Failure him, they cannot Castell him, they cannot Dark Rebellion him, they cannot touch this guy with any sort of monster or trap effect. This thing is really, really powerful. Not to mention, he has a good 3,000 attack power. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about very many trap cards. You don't really have to worry about very many monsters. You really only have to worry about the spells and some non-targeting trap cards like Mirror Force and Air Force. And those are really the only two that I can think of that anybody really plays these days. So yeah. I play one Tyrannus. You could easily just replace the Tyrannus with another Titano, so it's really up to you. Tyrannus, he's a pretty cool monster. He can tribute a dinosaur and have him gain 500 more attack power. Or if you don't feel like tributing off your other monsters, whenever he kills a monster, he gains 300 attack. Which something that you'll notice with this deck is that they really do revolve around attack power and stuff, and they really do need it. I played two Jurrac Hera. This guy, he's pretty interesting. You can summon him from the field, from your graveyard or your hand if a defense position Jurrac is destroyed by battle. Now, the thing is that doesn't really happen very often, but however, there are a few Jurracs that will probably get destroyed in battle. Not only that, but also it's a free summon. You don't really have to worry about him too much. I played two Destroyosaurus to search out Jurassic World. I'll get to that in a little bit. But this guy, he's a pretty beastly, powerful monster, and he's just mainly there to search out Jurassic World, or to go into a rank 4. I play 3 Jurrac Phalo. If he's destroyed in battle while he's in attack position, he gets Spell Summon another Jurrac monster of 17 or less attack, and that can be another copy of him, or it can be any other Jurrac with 17 or less, and is literally basically everything in a deck. Play 3 Jurrac Iguanon. His effect doesn't really matter that much. He's mainly here just to be another name and be another sizable attack power. Basically, if he destroys a monster in battle, he can select a set card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. Yeah, it's not really all that great. I wish it would destroy it instead, but still, he's mainly there for the attack power and for overlaying and synchroing and stuff. Play 3 Jurrac Guaiba. Most of you guys probably noticed one as like one of the most well-known Jurracs, mostly because of his importance in the latter half of the Dino Rabbit format, because he was so needed for the deck because you know, Rabbit got hit. So yeah, he is a really good monster. You destroy an opponent's monster for battle and spell summon any Jurrac from your deck. But it cannot attack, which really hinders this thing, because you can't summon Dino over here and be able to attack. And it just really sucks, because when Dino kills a monster in battle, you get to tribute a Jurrac monster and get to draw 2 cards at the end phase, which is really good. I play 1 Tyranno Infinity. This dude is your just-in-case boss monster. Okay, basically, this card, okay, so basically, Tyranno Infinity, he gets, his attack is equal to the number of your banished dinosaur-type monsters by 1,000. So, really late game, and if you're wondering how you're going to banish them all, here's Survival Instinct. You banish any number of dinosaurs from your graveyard, and you gain 400 life points for each dinosaur banished. Really good card over here. You get to regain life and control your opponent, and when they think they're going to game you, and you're like, nope, I'm going to banish like 5 monsters from my graveyard. Hey, I got 2,000 more life points. If I did my math right there. 2 Jurrac Gallum. This guy is a funny little guy, and he's also your main tuner. There's also Alo as your other tuner. Gallum, basically, if he is a strip of battle, he can your opponent can discard a card to negate this effect, but otherwise the monster that destroyed this card is destroyed as well. So basically, your opponent is forced to either let their monster die or discard a card. And unless you're doing against Dark Worlds, that discarding is really going to hurt them. Oh yeah, there's a few other decks that, of course, will not really mind it all that much. I just remembered about them. But anyways, yeah, Gallum, he's a really good card against those decks that really do not like discarding stuff. I would play 3, but just for another tuner, if only. But however, 2 I feel like is good for now. I play 3-track Alo. The main reason is that this guy, first of all, he's one of your main tuners, but secondly, because you can tribute him and special summon any of your level 4 or lower Jurracs from your graveyard. He's a really good card. He's really necessary for the deck, and he's one of your main ones to get out your stronger Jurracs and to go into more combos. 3 Fossil Dig. This searches out everything except for Tyrannus and Titano. And I think you can search out Hera. Yeah, 3, 3, 6. Yeah, I can search out Hera. So yeah, it searches out anything in the deck except for Titano and Tyrannus. Really good card. Basically a mandatory 3 of in any Dino deck. 1 Dark Hole. 2 big evolution pills. This card basically you tribute a Dino, and while it's on the field, you can normal summon a high level Dino without having to tribute. And it stays on the field for 3 of your opponent's turns. So basically, you generally want to activate this, like, obviously you can't normal summon twice in a turn, but you generally want to activate this later on if you have like a Titano or Tyrannus in hand. It can also be useful for Hera if you don't want to wait for your opponent to destroy a monster you control on defense, and especially if it's like anything other than Gallum. Anyway, so yeah, 2 MST, 3 Forbidden Lance. Again, this deck really heavily needs to rely on destroying your opponent's monsters by battle, mainly with Guaiba, Dino, kind of with Iguanon, but you know, again, it doesn't really matter for him very much. So yeah, discard is there mainly to reduce your opponent's monster's attack power. You can also, of course, use it to save your monsters from getting like bottomless or something, which of course is useful. Next, I play 3 Jurassic World. This is a very simple field spell. All dinosaur-type monsters gain 300 attack and defense. There's a few other trap cards and stuff like that you can use while Jurassic World is out on field, but I don't really play any of them, mostly because, well, they're just not as good as like the ones I did choose. Jurassic World, it's mainly here just simply so that your 1,700 monsters become a 2,000 beater. Like Guaiba becomes 2,000, Iguanon becomes 2,000, and Velo become 2,000. It really makes it hard for most main deck monsters that your opponent will be playing to attack over them. So they really do have to rely more on their extra deck than anything else to attack over your monsters, which is really useful, and it's just mainly useful for getting over stuff. Play 1 Jurrac Impact. This card, it's a really cool card in my opinion. If you control a Dino with 2,500 or more attack, destroy all cards on the field. It's a free black rose without being a black rose. You mainly only really be able to use it if Hera, Tyrannus, or Titano are on the field. And that's why I only play 1 of it. It's also if like Tyranno Infinity is on field, or if any of your synchros that are dinosaurs are on field. This card, it's really mainly used if you know your monster is about to die and you're not going to survive that turn without using it. So, yeah, it's a really good card, but it's only really good at 1. 2 Survival Instinct already explained why this card is good. Play 1 Dolka, 1 Lagia. Really the only exceeds you need in the deck, though I honestly would probably take out a few synchros to put in more exceeds. 2 Drac Velveto. This guy is a pretty cool synchro. Basically, his attack and defense are equal to the attack and defense of the monster that's used to synchro summon him. So really, very often he won't be above like 2,000 or 2,100. It really depends on like what monsters you do use. But however, he has he has a nice effect where he can auto destroy any face down defense monster that he's attacking. He's also just a generally decent monster in general, although you'll probably maybe go into Catastrophe or Armades for obvious reasons. 1 Iron Chain Dragon, probably should replace him for a Goyo, but I like Iron Chain because of his milling effect. Sure, he has a little bit less attack than Goyo, but hey, Iron Chain's still a good card. So yeah, you either play him or Goyo. It's up to you. Two Jurrac Gigento. This is one of the main synchros you'll go into in a deck, maybe because it really boosts up your Jurrac monsters by a lot. This card, it basically makes it to where all face-up Jurrac monsters you control gain 200 attack for each Jurrac monster in your graveyard. This can stack really fast, especially since you'll be tributing stuff with Dino, you'll be having Phalos in the graveyard, Alo will be in the graveyard hopefully from tributing them, and Hera might be in the graveyard, you never really know. One Ancient Fairy Dragon, you can use this to regain life points by blowing up your Jurassic World, and then you can search out another copy of it. Also, that special summon is a pretty nice card. Effect. That is what I should have said. If you don't want to play Ancient Fairy, you could easily play the other, I think it's Ancient Pixie. Black Rose, because more field nuking, why not? It's a really good card. I don't really need to explain Black Rose. You could also play Moonlight, I think it's called Moonlight Rose Dragon, I can't remember the other one. I'm playing one Clearwing because this guy is easily the best level 7 synchro in the game right now. That's generic. Stardust Dragon and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, mainly for field nuking. Stardust, for general protection and stuff. And then one Jurrac Meteor. Don't ever play more than one of this guy in a Jurrac deck, even if you you're really oriented into summoning this guy. It won't happen very often, and when he does hit the field, you're not getting much out of it. Yes, you're summoning a 2800 monster, but this guy, the instant he hits the field, all cards are destroyed, regardless of... It happens. You don't have any choice. It will happen. You summon him, boom, everything blows up. He hits the field, boom. Like you can actually see it happening in Jurrac Impact. He's a really good monster. He's powerful, and he's... oh, and also when he does this, you can special summon a tuner monster from your graveyard. So generally speaking, when I nuke the field, special summon Alo, use Alo's effect, special summon a Jurrac from your grave. I would also play Call to Haunted in here if I had the room. I'd probably take out Jurrac Impact or something for Call to Haunted. It's just you really don't go into Meteor very often. He's very much of a occasional thing. Yeah, he's level 10. I think if I remember correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. So really, your only way that you're gonna go into this dude is if you have. Oh wow. Dino's a tuner. I forgot about that. If you have Gallum and 2 of the level 4s out, really that's your only way you're going to go into him. It's especially since it actually does need 2 or more non-tuner dinos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you would change in the deck. I know there's some things I do want to change around in it, but I haven't really gotten to test those changes very much yet. Tell me what you think. Hope you enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and see you guys later.